seeing the future and I'm seeing my past. And it is such a blessing to be able to see students who are sitting in the same seat that I sat in years ago. So I want to give you something that can carry you before we put pen to paper, before we put foot to floor, before we even open the book. Let's talk about who we are on the inside. Let's talk about some things that we can do to make ourselves better, brighter, stronger, faster. Because one thing this is all about is about the give back. It's about the return. It's about the return investment on what we've done and the return investment on what you're going to do. I am a product of Michael Jeffries. I am a product of Greta Hogan. I am a product of Jim Anderson. I'm a product of Ronald Woolfolk and Pam Grier. Those are people who I call my investors because they invested in me. Now I'm praying that I can give a good return on their investment. So that's one of the reasons why I'm here tonight. But I want to talk to you all about what's called the Beehive. And I don't mean like Beyonce's new album or anything like that, or her group, but I'm talking about the form of be. I want you to just be, as in the form of I am. One, I want you to be thankful. Be thankful. You all are living in a time where it is really easy to take things for granted and carry a sense of entitlement. Nobody owes you anything. You have to work for every single thing you get, coupled with the fact that there are folks who pray for you. So with that, I want you to understand that with every opportunity you get, be grateful, be thankful. You want something, you go for it. People help you, you thank them. Dan mentioned earlier, send those thank you notes. That will send a that'll be a huge look of professionalism on who you are and just the courtesy to thank people who have invested in your life. So to all my investors, I say, thank you. So be thankful. Next, I want you to be word-driven. I am a firm believer, ladies and gentlemen, that words are spirits wrapped in sound. And when you release a word out of your mouth, there's a spirit that's going to have an outcome on your life. So when you say your kids are bad, they'll be worse. When you say, I'm sick of hearing that song, the bed of infirmity is where you will live. If you say, I'm so broke I can't pay attention, that's exactly where you'll stay, broke. You have to speak what you want every single day. People are not paid to tell you what you want to be and what you're going to be, so you have to speak it. You can't have great health if all you talk about is your ailments. You can't have true love if all you talk about is drama and heartbreak. You can't have genuine friends if all you talk about is the fake ones. You can't have a joyful day if all you talk about what's wrong in the world. I am a firm believer, ladies and gentlemen, that you need to take a dose of what's called vitamin P. And it's a vitamin P. It's a vitamin of positivity. So everywhere you go, you remain positive and you have a spirit of positivity. So when people come up to you with negativity, you are immune. Vitamin P gives you an immune system that wards off the psychological and spiritual viruses that are surrounding you on a daily basis. So what I'm saying is there are people out there who didn't take their vitamin P and now they are contagious. And they are going to come at you and ask you to validate and confirm and co-sign their misery. I upset people at my job every single day because when they come up to me saying, did you hear about the girl who got shot at 18? I said, no, I heard about the girl who graduated from Spelman at 16. That's what I heard. So every single day I try to carry myself with the covering of positivity. You have to think positive. You got to speak what you want. You can't win the battle if all you talk about is who's lost. You can't be brave and courageous if all you talk about is what you're afraid of. I'm afraid. I'm afraid not. You are speaking negative things into your life. You can't focus on the goodness of God and you constantly talk about the devil's misery. I am simply saying, can you hand me that glass of water? Again, I'm not a minister, I'm a motivational speaker. Amen. How can I put this? Rich people don't talk broke. Healthy people don't speak in sickness. Straight A students don't talk about failing. Women in love never talk about drama. You got that girlfriend that's so in love, and all she talk about is her man. She don't talk about nothing else but her man. She Craig this, Craig that. Look at Babe, Babe this, Babe that. Every single time. See, it's funny, but the the part about it is that she's so focused on the positive and the happiness and the joy that she's experiencing. She has no time to talk about who's doing who wrong, who's stepping out on who. She's speaking her joy. I need you to speak your joy. I need you to speak your positivity. Okay? So you got to be word driven. Next part of B, I need you to be confident but not cocky. Ladies and gentlemen, there's a thin line between arrogance and confidence. You need to be confident, but not cocky. There's a statement that says, I would pat you on the back, but your hand is already there. What I'm saying is that your greatness needs no street team. Your greatness needs no advertising. Your street team needs no marketing team. Your greatness will come from those who witness it. Don't spend time talking about how great you are, because those are the people who aren't great. People who are really great are focused on the mission. Focus on the mission. Focus on the mission. Folks who aren't great focus on what their mouths are saying. Look how great I am. I'm so great. I'm so great. That's not greatness. That's foolishness. Let other people speak your praise and what you do. Don't talk about how great you are. Because your mission is not to be great for you. Your mission is to be great for someone else. And we'll talk about that in a minute. But you got to be confident but not cocky. Have some humility. Next, be unapologetic. Be unapologetic about how great you are. And I don't mean be arrogant, but you have to make sure that you are unapologetic. Don't apologize for being you. Don't apologize for wanting to be greater than you are. Don't apologize for wanting more. You are surrounded by people who want you to follow their path. And if you don't follow their path, they want you to feel bad about it. Don't feel bad about it. Be unapologetic. Also, some of us need to lose weight in here. And I'm not talking about pounds. I'm talking about those dead weight friends that you have hanging around. There are two types of people, ladies and gentlemen. There's an airplane and there's an anchor. You need to take an inventory of your friends and find out which one is which. Anchors hold you down, keep you in place. You don't sail or set sail for anywhere because the anchor is holding you down. But then you've got something called an airplane. And that airplane takes you high. And not only takes you high, but it delivers you to your destination when it lands. Those are the two types of people in your life right now. And everyone from your boyfriend to your parents, to your friends, from your boyfriend to your best friend, somebody's an anchor and somebody's an airplane. You need to take an inventory of what type of people you are surrounding yourself with. And speaking of surrounding yourself with, be surrounded. Be surrounded by greatness. You know what a greater is? Anybody know what a greater is? A greater is a person who's where you want to be. I surround myself with greatness. I try to surround myself all the time with people who are bigger than me, stronger than me, faster than me, smarter than me, more knowledgeable than me, with better dressed, better looking. Well, not all of them are doing that. But what I'm saying is, I hang around people who do more, are more, have more, because that's where I advance. If you're the fastest person on the track team, you need to get on another team. If you're the smartest young lady in class, guess what? You need another class. If you're the most successful person on your block, you need a new neighborhood. You need to surround yourself with people who have more, do more, because that's how we grow. Only the arrogant and immature mind will tell you that being the big fish in a small pond is something to be admirable. There is no value and there is no valor in being the big fish in a small pond. You need to reduce your size or find a bigger pond, because that's how we grow, ladies and gentlemen. That's how we grow. So if you're the smartest person in your class, you need to go to another class, because you're not being challenged. You need to be challenged each and every time. So surround yourself by graders. I'm going to give you all a couple of acronyms. Couple of acronyms that I want you to follow. FBI. FBI stands for fear breeds insecurity. You cannot be victorious in anything if you carry the spirit of fear. You were not given the spirit of fear. You were given victory in your life, and you got to speak it. You got to live it. You got to carry it. Even on days where it's hard to believe you're going to win, you got to speak and think that you are. Fear breeds insecurity. You know why people don't like you? Because they fear you. You know why they fear you? Because they're insecure. You make people feel insecure. That's why they fear you. So if you're fearing something, you need to really find out, why am I so afraid? FBI, IRS, internal renewal of speech. Internal renewal of speech. Ladies and gentlemen, we need to give our words a makeover. We need to dress our words in something different than what they've been wearing. You need to start speaking more positively, with more victory, and stop co-signing everybody else's misery. Because right now, particularly in this age of social media, it's easy to say, I hate this world, I hate this country. And then everybody else says, yeah, girl, I know what you mean, I know what you mean. If you hate what's going on in your house, that's not my house. I love my house, I love my home. So what you have to do is start speaking the words that will give you the outcome that you want. Also, NFL, don't stand for National Football League. NFL stands for never forget lessons. And you know the second biggest lie ever told, man? The second biggest lie that man has ever been told is that experience is the best teacher. That is the second biggest lie ever told to man. You know why? Experience is not the best teacher. Someone else's experience is the best teacher. I don't have to touch the stove to know it's hot. All I have to do is look at the bandages on the hands of the man who touched it before me. So what I'm saying is I look at who fails and who falls, and I learn without losing. I want you to learn without losing. I don't have to go to prison to know I ain't built for it. I just watch the fellas who went before me and made mistakes to get there, and I see how their lives have been destroyed. I'm not going. The same in your classes. You don't have to not take a test to know that you're going to fail. Watch people who flunk out and find out how they did it. What did they do? Find out who didn't get the scholarship. What did they not do? What did they do wrong? Look at other people's failures as lessons. That way you get the lesson without losing. I don't want you to lose and learn. I want you to learn for your victory. You don't have to make mistakes and say, well, I learned from my mistakes. No, I watched somebody else fall on that ice and I said, I'm going the other way. That's how I want you to start thinking. You are leaders in a Big Ten institution, so you're going to have to do some things a lot differently from now on. So, also, mission, value, purpose, MVP. You need to have a mission. You are here to get an education, to do something. What is it that you're going to do? Fortune 500 companies have mission statements. Non-for-profit organizations have mission statements. Churches have mission statements. Why don't you have a mission statement for your life? If I were to ask you, what is the mission of your life, what would you say? Ladies and gentlemen, we need to start having a meaning and a value and a purpose and a mission. Everything we do here is for one purpose, the mission. See, once I know what my mission is, then I can value it. I have a value based on my mission. And then when I have my value based on my mission, that gives me purpose. That makes me an MVP. Because now I have mission, value, and purpose. So I'm going to end this with the reference of the toolbox. Understand. You guys don't mind me mentioning God, do you? Let me know now.
Yeah, go ahead.
Was it okay?
Yeah. Ain't gonna do nothing else.
Let me tell you something. God has a toolbox. And with that toolbox, he builds things. And he destroys things. So whenever something needs to be built, God reaches into his toolbox and he pulls something out. And he says, I'm going to build something. And then he sees something that he doesn't like. He said, that needs to be destroyed. So he reaches into his toolbox and he starts to destroy something. Guess what the tools are that he's reaching for? You. You're the tool that God is going to use to destroy something bad and to build something better. That's how you have to see yourself. And not only are you a tool in his toolbox, but you are a tool in your own right with your own toolbox. Because not only does he make you a tool, but he assigns you a toolbox. Now, you have a toolbox. Guess what that toolbox is filled with? It's filled with lessons. and pain and hurt and anger and joy and happiness and victory. And every single time something needs to be built or destroyed, you reach into your toolbox. 20 years from now, ladies and gentlemen, somebody's going to sit in your office and they're going to say, I have something that needs to be built in my life. And you're going to say, hold on, I got something for that. You're going to reach into your toolbox because you're going to say, girl, I was there before. And I know exactly what you're going through. Hold on, let me get this. And you're going to start building something in her life. Or a young man is going to come into your office and say, Mr. Duster, I don't know what I'm going to do next. I need something destroyed in my life. So you're going to say, hold on, I've been there before. I've been on that break. Let me reach into my toolbox and pull out something. And I'm going to help that young man destroy something that's toxic in his life. So what I am saying to you is that not only do you have a toolbox, but you are a tool. And with each tool, you have to do two things. You have to build something great and destroy something that is not. Now, the greatest disappointment is to have a tool that is not fit for use. If you are going to be a hammer, brother, I need you to be strong so you can pound those nails in that wood. Young lady, if you are a saw, I need your teeth to be sharp so you can cut through that wood like butter. That's what I need you to do. So as you all are preparing yourselves intellectually and spiritually and psychologically and socially, I understand that this is all about becoming the strongest and most reliable tool in the toolbox. So when you are reached for, when you are called on to fix something great or destroy something bad, you will be ready to make that happen. Thank you all so much for listening. I love you guys. ILL. A great afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. A great evening. Thank you all so much.